Hi, everyone. Welcome to another podcast of Growth Digger, where we explore strategies, insights, and real world experiences shaping modern business growth. I'm Taran Nandha, founder and CEO at Growth Natives. Let me start with a stat that might surprise you. Nearly 70% of CRM projects fail to meet expectations. Now, that's not because companies are choosing the wrong tools. More often, it's because they misunderstand what success actually looks like, especially in the first 90 days after implementation. To dive deeper into this, I'm joined today by Rukman Singh, who leads customer success and experience initiatives and works closely with organizations to ensure their CRM and CX strategies actually deliver results. Rukman brings a strong perspective on how adoption, processes, and customer experience come together, especially in those critical early days after go live. Rukman, great to have you here.
Thanks, Taran. Glad to be here. This is a topic I'm really passionate about because I've seen how often companies invest heavily in CRM, but struggle to see real impact after implementation.
Absolutely. And that's exactly what we're going to break down today. What should realistically happen in those first 90 days, how to measure success, and where most teams tend to go wrong. Let's start with the basics. Why are the first 90 days so critical after a CRM goes live?
Because that's when habits are formed. In those first few weeks, teams decide whether the CRM becomes part of their daily workflow or something they try to avoid.
So adoption starts forming immediately?
Exactly. In that period, three things happen. Data either becomes clean or chaotic. Processes either become structured or inconsistent. And leadership either starts trusting the CRM or stops relying on it.
That's a lot riding on a short window.
It is. If those first 90 days aren't managed well, the CRM slowly turns into a system that exists but doesn't really help anyone.
Let's address a common misconception. When companies say their CRM is implemented, what do they usually mean?
They usually mean the system is live, features are enabled, and training has been completed.
But that's not success, right?
Not at all. That's just setup. Real success is much simpler. Teams use it daily, data is accurate and updated, and work actually becomes easier.
So success is behavioral, not technical?
Exactly. The moment teams trust the system and rely on it without being forced, that's when the CRM starts delivering value.
If you had to pick one metric to track in those 90 days, what would it be?
Adoption, without a doubt.
And what does good adoption look like?
Typically, successful teams reach around 80% active usage within 90 days. But more importantly, it's about how they use it.
What do you mean by that?
Real adoption looks like sales teams updating deals without reminders, support teams checking CRM before interacting with customers, managers pulling reports on their own.
So, if people are still using spreadsheets, that's a problem?
Yes, if teams rely on side tools, it means the CRM hasn't become the single source of truth yet.
Let's break this down into phases. What should teams focus on in the first 30 days?
The first 30 days are all about building a strong foundation.
What does that involve?
Four key things. First, clear goals. You need measurable outcomes like faster lead follow ups or better pipeline visibility. Second, data readiness. Cleaning data, removing duplicates, fixing gaps. This is critical. Third, the right team. You need shared ownership, not just one person managing the CRM. Fourth, workflow clarity. Document how work should happen inside the system.
So, this phase is more strategic than technical?
Exactly. If the foundation is weak, everything built later will struggle.
What changes in the next phase?
Now you move into execution. This is where the CRM starts becoming part of daily operations.
What should teams focus on here?
Customizing fields and pipelines based on real workflows, setting roles and permissions, integrating tools like email and marketing systems, automating basic tasks like follow ups and lead routing.
Where do teams usually go wrong here?
They overcomplicate things, they try to build everything at once.
And that affects adoption?
Yes, simplicity drives adoption, complexity slows people down.
Now comes the human side, training and adoption.
This is the most important phase. Technology doesn't decide success, people do.
What works best for training?
Role based training works best. Sales, marketing, and support teams all use CRM differently. I would say keep resources simple. Short guides, quick videos, FAQs, things people can actually use daily. And the feedback is critical. Track usage and ask users what feels confusing or slow. That's how you improve adoption quickly.
What happens in the final phase?
This is where you optimize and start building momentum.
What does that look like?
Analyzing adoption and data quality, improving workflows, expanding CRM usage across teams, building dashboards that support decisions.
So, this is where leadership starts seeing real value.
Exactly, because now the system reflects actual business activity, not just setup.
If I'm a leader listening to this, how do I quickly assess if my CRM is working?
Ask a few simple questions. First, are teams using it daily? Second, is the data clean and reliable? Third, are reports helping decisions? Fourth, has manual work reduced? And last, do workflows feel smoother?
So, success is visible in everyday work?
Exactly. You don't need complex dashboards, just observe behavior.
Let's answer the main question. What does success look like at 90 days?
It doesn't look perfect, but it looks consistent and promising.
What are the clear signs?
Higher user confidence, better data accuracy, faster processes, smarter decision making.
So, it's momentum, not perfection?
Exactly. And if these signs are missing, it doesn't mean failure. It just means you need to adjust.
Let's close this with one key takeaway. What should teams focus on above everything else?
Focus on people. If your teams don't adopt the system, nothing else matters. CRM success always follows this order: people first, processes second, technology third.
That's a strong takeaway. CRM success isn't about launch, it's about what happens after. The first 90 days are where habits form, trust builds, and real value begins. If you found this conversation useful, share it with your team, especially if you're implementing or optimizing your CRM. Thanks again, Rukman, for joining us,
Thanks, Taran. This was a great conversation.
and we'll see you in the next episode.